Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone, and welcome to my session. MLOps at Scale, Production Ready AI Systems for HR Transformation, here at ML42 MLOps 2025. My name is Ramprasad Reddy Mittana. A little bit about my background as we begin. I have over 20 years of work experience in the technology space, working at top companies such as NSF International, Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, and Oracle. I'm currently serving as an Assistant Director of HR Information Systems at NSF International. Throughout my career, I've been instrumental in driving digital transformation, AI and ML integration, and enterprise technology architecture. My expertise spans HR technology modernization, cloud ERP implementations, and AI driven automation across various industries. These experiences have given me a deep understanding of how innovative solutions can enhance operational efficiency and deliver tangible business outcomes. Today, I'll be sharing a little technical blueprint for deploying generative AI in HR Shared Services Center, focusing on not just operational excellence, but trust, compliance, and the ability to scale. Let's dive in. Here's what I'll be covering in the next 30 minutes, right? First, I'll introduce our ML Ops architecture and show you what it really takes to run a reliable production grade ML system supporting over 10 million HR transactions every month. Then I'll cover how we approach performance monitoring, including drift detection and custom HR metrics. Keep in mind, this is critical for any regulated HR, high volume HR operations. Next, I'll walk you through our data engineering strategies, including building privacy preserving and real time feature pipelines. After that, I'll break down our scalable deployment patterns, highlighting how we serve our 50,000 employees efficiently and securely across multiple business entities. And finally, I'll focus on our operational excellence and governance framework as to how we build audit trails, how we reduce bias, and how we can ensure compliance at every step. Let's talk a little bit about the HR AI production challenge. HR shared service centers present a unique set of challenges for AI operations, and we must process sensitive employee data that crosses national and legal jurisdictions. Workforce size and needs fluctuate seasonally. Mass hirings, performance review cycles, and benefit open enrollments can spike query volumes dramatically. Models must deliver reliable, consistent results across a wide variety of HR query types. On top of that, strict compliance requirements in regulated industries aren't negotiable. All of this has to operate at massive scale, right? Over 10 million monthly interactions. Standard MLOps approaches just aren't enough with these high stakes and in an ever changing environment. So we need a customized architecture and US automation just to stay ahead. Let's go to the next slide. In this slide, we'll talk a little bit about the production MLOps architecture. Our production environment is based on containerized model deployment orchestrated with Kubernetes. This architecture gives us the flexibility to optimize resource use and tap into GPU acceleration where needed for both training and inference. We use an automated A/B testing and canary deployment framework. This allows us to roll out new models safely and deploying to a small segment of users first, backed by statistical significance testing, so we never compromise on the employee experience. Scheduled, automated retraining pipelines are at the core of our lifecycle. Keep in mind that these keep our models maintaining at least 92% accuracy, even as business requirements and data distributions shift across a diverse range of HR query types. In the next slide, let's talk about the MLOps pipeline workflow. Here, let's look at our MLOps pipeline, designed to ensure not just speed and accuracy, but also the robust compliance. You start with data ingestion, streamlining the data from HR systems, chatbot logs, and ticketing workflows. And data validation is next, applying strict privacy and schema checks right up front. We dedicate significant effort to feature engineering, creating and transforming model features that truly reflect HR business logic, like capturing tenure or internal mobility. Next comes the model training. It's tightly tracked and experiment managed for reproducibility. Every model goes through a rigorous evaluation and approval process, combining quantitative metrics with stakeholder reviews. It's a balance. This end to end workflow ensures we never sacrifice quality or auditability for speed. In the next slide, let's talk a little bit about the model performance and monitoring. This is the key. Monitoring sits at the heart of our problem ready, production readiness. We maintain real time dashboards that give granular visibility into every HR metric that matters, like chatbot response accuracy, average resolution time, or satisfaction rates. Our robust drift detection infrastructure spots the changes in input data or model output very quickly, recognizing the degradation 73% faster than before. We track custom HR relevant metrics and use automated alerting to guarantee a 99.5 SLA for the business. Staying proactive means catching potential issues before they impact the real employees. We're not reactive. So now let's talk about the continuous feedback and improvement. As you can see in the diagram, we operate a continuous feedback and improvement loop. All user interactions, every question, every chatbot response, and every satisfaction rating are thoroughly tracked. We analyze failed interactions and patterns that flag friction or confusion. These insights flow directly into our supervised retraining cycles, ultimately resulting in 28%, which is a big number, boost to overall model accuracy. The lesson here is that HR AI systems should never be static. They should evolve as the workforce and the business needs change. The next slide, we're going to talk a little bit about the data engineering for HR AI. HR data requires the highest standards of privacy and data quality. We cannot compromise on that. We have fully automated pipelines for PII detection and tokenization. These are built to comply with global standards like GDPR and CCPA. Data quality is protected by strict schema enforcement and anomaly detection, with our systems achieving a 99.2% data accuracy rate. To keep things fast, we use real-time feature engineering with streaming architecture, cutting model inference latency by 65%. That means no compromise between privacy, compliance, and user experience. Now, this is the key. How do we implement it? What is in store for each feature? This is the key enabler, right in our pipeline, which is our HR feature store. This provides consistent features for both training and real-time inference with point-in-time corrective to prevent leakage, especially important for time series HR data. It supports low latency, less than 10 milliseconds, features serving for instant response in HR applications, and everything is automatically versioned and lineage tracked using Spark and Flink. The result is twofold: a 65% reduction in latency for end users and a 40% savings on compute and infrastructure costs. This is a great outcome. Now, how can we scale this? Let's talk about the scalable deployment strategies. How do we operate at scale? Our multi-talent, our multi-tenant architecture isolates business units while sharing secure, reliable infrastructure. With supporting over 50,000 employees with risk separation. For model updates, we use blue-green deployment, ensuring zero downtime and instant rollback if something goes wrong. Our auto-scaling infrastructure gracefully absorbs traffic spikes up to 10 times during busy seasons. Cost optimization is built in, leveraging spot instances and dynamic right sizing to deliver a 40% cut in the infrastructure spend. Let's understand the graph about the seasonal scaling pattern. This is some real data. You'll see big spikes in query volumes and infrastructure costs corresponding to typical HR cycles. For example, onboarding in January, performance reviews in December, benefits enrollment in the fall. Our auto scaling setup dynamically adapts to these cycles so resources are always available when needed, but we aren't over provisioned and wasteful in quiet periods. So we're saving some money there. If you only remember one thing here, keep in mind that you should align your technology scaling with your business and HR calendar. This brings me to the operational excellence and governance. Operational excellence goes hand in hand with governance. We've implemented a comprehensive MLOps governance framework tracking all AI decisions with end to end audit trails that enable rapid compliance responses. Automated bias detection is built in, and our approach has reduced discriminatory outcomes by 89% while maintaining high model accuracy. We offer multi jurisdiction compliance monitoring and model explainability tools tailored to HR so that the decisions impacting people's careers can always be interpreted and justified. Now let's talk about the bias detection and mitigation, or the critical topic of fairness, which is our automated frameworks for bias detection, mitigation, and validation have been transformative. We check for bias both in training data and during ongoing model evaluation, constantly monitoring and revalidating for each pre-training cycle. Thanks to this, we've reduced discriminatory outcomes by 89% while maintaining model performance. Keep in mind that bias is not something you solve once. It's a continual responsibility for every HR data practitioner. All right. So we've reached the end of our presentation. So let's talk about the key takeaways and we can have a Q&A. To close, let me summarize the key lessons. Always use containerized deployments and automated retraining to manage diverse changing HR workloads. Build HR specific metrics. Talk to your leadership, understands what's required. And also include drift detection into your monitoring workflows. Third one is bringing privacy and data quality to the core of your AI pipelines. You're dealing with HR data, so we have to be very careful about it. Always architect for scalability. Use multi-tenant, blue-green deployment, auto scaling, and cost efficiency. It's all about the numbers. And above all, make comprehensive governance and bias reduction a pillar of your operation. We should always be running with trust, fairness, and compliance. These are non-negotiable. So, finally, thank you for your attention and engagement. I hope you find these blueprints actionable for your own HR AI journeys. Thank you so much.